Hey beauties, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. It's Winnie here again in another video, and in today's video we're going to be learning how to make a balloon skirt. And this method also applies to the upper part of this dress, the balloon going on at the upper part. All you need to do is to reduce the size in front and make the back longer. So if this is what you love to learn, keep on watching. Like my video, watch till the end, don't skip any part. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. So without too much talking, let's get to the honey of this video. I love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel. So now a quick mathematics. The skirt length is 28 inches and I'm going to be adding a band to it of 2 inches. So 28 minus 2 inches, that is making 26 inches. So the skirt length I'm going to be working with is 26 inches. So now the waist I am working with is 28 inches. Now to calculate how to cut out your circumference, to that 28 inches I added 5 inches. You can add more if you like. So 28 inches plus 5 gave me 33, and I'm going to divide that by 6.28. so that's our new waist. 33 divided by 6.28, which gave me 5.3. I'm going to be using 5 inches for the circumference. So the 5 inches that I added to my normal waist, you can add more depending on the volume that you want, and this is what we are going to be working with. I used about 2 yards of fabric for this. You can use more so that it can be fuller like that of Vicky James, but it was quite full and it was still okay. So I folded it into 4 like we are folding a peplum. So I'm trying to show you with this paper. You fold it salvage to salvage into 2, then you fold again to 4, so it will give you a 4-fold side and a side that is open like that. So now this side is open and the other side is closed. All right, I folded it into 4. So now I'm going to mark the 5 inches that we calculated earlier. That's what I'm going to be marking all around, as you can see, and that will serve as our circumference. So once that is done, I'm going to measure the skirt length. Remember, it was 26 inches. The full length is 28, but we're adding a 2-inch band, so that is why we are cutting out 26 inches length for this main fabric. And then I'm going to mark that all around, and then once I'm done, I'm going to cut it out. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome. My name is Winnie. You can call me Winnie Cares, or you can call me an advocate for the depressed, because I encourage depressed people on Saturdays, and I also make sewing videos on this channel, so you don't want to miss anything. So please subscribe, share these videos with your family and friends, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any part. Thank you. So now for the lining, I added the same 5 inches, which is 33, but I'm going to be dividing it by 1.57 instead of 6.28, so that gave me 21. So for the lining circumference, I'm going to be using 21 inches. 33 divided by 1.67, so that is for the lining, and it gave us 21 inches. So now I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2 like so. I did not first fold it into 2 before folding it again. I only folded it once. So you're just going to hold one tip and fold it once on bias like that, like a triangle. So I'm trying to use this paper to show you. So let's say this is your fabric, straight fabric like that. You're just going to take one edge of it and then you fold it like that. There is nothing, there is no folding 4 times. So now I'm going to be marking that 21 inches that we calculated for my circumference all round. And once that is done, we are going to measure the skirt length. But for the lining, the skirt length is meant to be shorter. The lining is meant to be shorter than the main fabric. So I'm going to be removing 3 inches from the normal 26 inches that we have, because that is what is going to create the balloon effect for you per se. That is what is going to fold it inside. So I'm deducting 26 by minus 3. I'm deducting 3 from 26, sorry. And that gave me 23. So that will be the length that I'll be working with for this lining. Don't forget, the main fabric is 26 inches and the lining is 23 inches. I removed 3 inches because that is what is going to create the balloon that we want. You can even go in by 5 inches if you want, depending on the amount of fabric you have, but I don't have enough fabric, so that is why I'm just making do with what I have. At least idea is needed now, so by the time you are doing yours, you can, explore, do a lot of fabric, use a lot of fabric, and you still get the same results but a fuller balloon. All right, so now I've marked it all around and then I am cutting it out right now. Glory and power to the one who reigns forever. Amen. So now that I'm done, I'm going to take my main fabric and I'm going to place it on top of the lining, right side facing right side, and then I am going to gather the main fabric to size the lining, because the lining is going to be shorter than the main fabric, both in width and in length. So now I'm just going to gather the main fabric to fit the lining. I'm going to use gather. See, the main fabric is very long to where the lining stopped, so the main fabric is very long, so I'm going to gather it. I've done that, and see the way the gathers was just so full. You can make it fuller if you want. So once that is done, I'm just going to drag the lining to meet the edge of the main fabric like that. If you don't understand what I'm saying, kindly watch what I'm doing and you're going to get it. So now I'm going to run a stitch from one side to the other, just like that, and then once I'm done, I'm going to turn it to the right side. I'm going to do that on both sides, turn it to the right side and top stitch on the upper part. All right, so let's first go and run the stitches. So I've run the stitch on both sides of the skirt, and now I am just going to turn it to the right side so that you can see. So I'm turning it neatly to the right side. I'm sorry that the material is kind of rumpled. There was no power when I was doing this, so I could not iron it. So now see the volume. So this is how it's going to be. See, it's looking like a balloon already. So if you are making a gown, you are just going to gather this to your waistline, and that is it. But because I'm making a skirt, I'm just going to gather this to my band and show you the finished look. So that is the balloon effect. That is just it. You can decide to put your net inside it so that it can give it more volume, but I didn't put anything and it still gave it a lot of volume. So this is my band. I'm going to be gathering my band to meet the main skirt, and it came out really beautiful. This was the final look. See the balloon effect. It was not that full as Vicky James's own, but it is still nice. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next one. I love you and I care. Bye. Papa.